Hey guys, I'm Logan. Welcome back to the long drive. 4,836 is about where we are. So let's go ahead and let's clear out. Actually, you know what? Let's just leave our trip where it is. I think it'll be fine. So we're a little hungry, a little thirsty. Other than that, we are good to go, guys. So we are back. We have less than 200 kilometers to go, about 165 ish in theory. So let's see if we can knock about 100 of those out today. What do you say, guys? Oh, good times, good times. We're so close. I know I've been saying it for the last 4 or 5 episodes, but it's really becoming a reality now. Like all this time, we've been saying we're driving toward the end, we're getting there, we're gonna do it, and now we're almost there. It's almost time. It's crazy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm so excited for the end and the return trip. It's gonna be cool. So I think, in theory, if we can knock out about 100 kilometers today, that'll put us within about 65, 50, somewhere around there, between 50 and 100 kilometers in what should be the final episode for the drive getting there. And I think I'm going to call that like Season 1. Season 1 will be getting to the end of the road, then maybe Season 2 will be getting back. Season 2, I'm guessing, will be a little different because at that point, we should be able to make a lot better progress. I mean, it took us 2.5 years to get this far. So, that's a long time. But how much of the first few episodes, how much time did we spend digging through piles of stuff, fixing up the car, trying to do things like that? Yeah, it was a lot. We spent a lot of time starting out, trying to get everything up and going. We've swapped cars quite a few times, and who knows, maybe we'll do that again on the return trip. We're talking about wanting to do a diesel, so that'll be fun. Lots of diesel fuel that we've left simply because we didn't really do diesel anywhere. I want to get that big flatbed dump bed truck, and I want to use it for a while. I think that'll be fun. So yeah, just a lot of stuff still to go. A lot of mileage that we still need to cover, my friends. Nothing that we can't do, of course, but that might not have been the best idea. Although we're still maintaining a lot of speed. Bounce. Oh, bounce. I don't know if we just went airborne or not. Okay, we're gonna thread the needle, thread the needle, thread the needle. There we go. So yes, I do apologize about last week's video not having any game audio. Apparently what had happened, I got some newer speakers. They're not great. I don't really do anything that requires insane levels of speakers. So I just got some little upgraded ones. The ones that I had were just cheap little $20 speakers. These are quite a bit better, but I mean, they're not surround sound, Dolby Atmos, anything like that, but they're better. But I think what happened is OBS lost my setting for which speaker to use when I swapped, which in turn meant when I fired it up, I didn't realize they had changed the defaults, and thus no desktop audio was coming through. So I just threw some lo-fi music into the background. Hope you guys like lo-fi. I think it's really chill. I love it. So I just kind of threw that into the background. Alright. 10 kilometers down already. Oh, good times. Good times. So let's see. We're 10 kilometers in. And if all goes well, we will be finishing up, in theory, the week after Christmas. So it's the 23rd, so it's almost Christmas. Merry Christmas if you celebrate. Yeah, 23rd. So Christmas is in just a couple of days. I got the whole week off of Christmas. That's gonna be super nice. For a long time, I worked in a college that was faith-based, and so we always got a lot of time off around Christmas. Just, it's a religious school, that's what they did. And so moving back into the corporate world, and all of that. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal. Technically, I would only get Christmas Day off, but I like to save up some of my vacation time and say, oh, well, I want to take a lump of that vacation time here. So I spend 4 vacation days, get the whole week off, come back, and then have New Year's. So it all just kind of works out in the end for me. I use just a handful of vacation days and I get way more out of it. So I'm gonna have, the day starts like my vacation, quote unquote. So that'll be today through like the 1st. I'll go back to work on the 2nd, which is super nice. I get quite a bit of time off. I'm really looking forward to it. That's gonna be super nice. Shoot. But yeah, we should be finishing up the long drive before New Year's. So right at 2.5 years of the heck. It says we've already ran down over half our tank of fuel, which I guess makes sense because we filled it up at the start of last week, and then. Is that right? We filled up at the start of last week? Yeah, I guess so. We filled up pretty early, and then we drove, so about 115 kilometers on this tank, and we said it's about 200 on a tank of fuel. So yeah, I guess that's about right. Yeah, so we will definitely have enough to get us there, because I think we had one in there, one up top, and one in there. So we have like 3 tanks of fuel. Actually, probably closer to 4, counting the jerry cans. So we should have more than enough fuel to get us there and start the return trip. So now, of course, hopefully between here and there, we will find the big truck that we're wanting to use for the return trip. And that way, once we turn around and start making our way back, we'll be able to do that much more easily. Ooh, apologies about the dead silence there. I just had to yawn. Ooh. Wow. I don't know what it is. Sometimes in the afternoon, it doesn't matter how well I slept, if I took a nap, if I've had 3 cups of coffee, it doesn't matter. I just start yawning like crazy. Never figured it out. It just happens. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, this is a nice flat area, which is good. Means for the most part we get to conserve a little bit of fuel, although we are heading uphill. I didn't realize it. I thought it was much flatter than it was. Yeah, we're actually heading uphill pretty decently. I mean, it's not obviously a 90-degree angle, but we're actually going uphill pretty good. We've been going uphill for quite a while, I think. If you look back, you can see for quite a ways we've been slowly climbing. There it is. Nope, that's the flatbed. Dang it. I do wish the flatbed would do a better job of hauling vehicles, because then we could just get the flatbed, drop a big old engine in it, and have us a car just for safety, like backup. Man, this is a weird flat area. Oh, looks like we're about to start heading down at least a little bit. Okay, yeah, we're heading down at least a little bit. So that'll give us a little extra speed. Little extra speed never hurts. Just means we get where we're going quicker. And going downhill, we can actually just shut off the engine and coast for a little while, which is nice just because it saves us a little bit of fuel. Now it looks like we're not going downhill enough to maintain our speed, which is a bit of a bummer. I kind of thought that we would. Strange. So I guess now the question becomes, when we run out of fuel, probably toward the end of this episode, do we use the black fuel tank on top, or do we use the barrel in the back? I'm leaning toward the barrel. I feel like having the black tank up top has given us like a nice weight balance. I feel like if we removed all that fuel, put that in the tank at the back, and then had a barrel in the back as well, that would really throw off our weight. Probably make us heavy in the rear and make the front end kind of feel a little floaty since we steer from the front. Oh, no, big rock. Okay, we're good. The biggest thing, and it's just like in real driving, is don't overcorrect. Just turn the wheel, but don't just cram it hard left or hard right. One thing I picked up, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but there's a channel on YouTube I love, Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Great guys. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. Super cool channel. But they work out of Utah, near some, I think it's like big national or state park out there, and they do these off-road recoveries, sand, mud, mountains, all kinds of really cool stuff. And one thing that they do is they don't say turn the wheel hard left or hard right. They always just say driver, passenger. Give it a little bit passenger, give it a little bit driver. And at first you kind of think, well, that's weird. Like, you don't turn driver, you don't turn passenger, you turn left, you turn right. But when somebody needs to make quick, finite adjustments in a hurry, it's probably a lot easier to say, turn a little driver, and they know I'm on this side, I turn left, versus, oh, turn left, and then they just kind of pause and they think, oh crap, which way's left? Or they do like a lot of people and they turn right. It's like, your other left. Things like that. So I think that's kind of cool, and I picked that up a little bit. So it's like, oh, turn passenger, and then we go this way. Turn driver, and we go this way. So it kind of makes sense in a way. Oh, bouncy, bouncy. Man, look at that. We have already put down about 30 kilometers. That is not too shabby. Not shabby at all. Do. I like having the sled. It's a very nifty... Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We lost both of those. I mean, we don't... Oh, geez. The door. The door. Oh, no. The door. Okay, we don't really need these, but I kind of just like to have them. Where'd the other one go? Oh, well. Let's see here. Okay, so we're back on here. All right. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, I like having the sled. It's a nice little emergency vehicle. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Just because I'm tired of it. Oh. Let's try it again. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. Now we don't have to worry about them. Okay, actually, let's close this window. There we go. Okay. Man, you can hear that engine just being at the peak of its rev limit. But, I just lost my train of thought again. What was that? What the heck is that? What is that? Oh, that's the engine. Okay. Sheesh. Well, I think we've already burnt through a liter of fuel. Or oil. Dang nabbit. I had started to say something. The sled. The sled. That's what it was. So, yes, the sled. I like having the sled. It's a cool little emergency backup vehicle. Like, say, we completely run out of gas, or... What was that? A motorcycle, I think. Or we, I don't know, I leave the oil reserve open again, and we lose all our oil, like happened once before. It's super nice. We can just sit on it and go. Super nice, super cool. We don't really have to worry about it. That being said, it's just kind of taking up space and weight. We've not needed it up to this point. I don't know that we ever will really need it. But it's... I don't know. I guess it's like anything else like that. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I think we're going to keep it. That's always an option. It doesn't hurt anything. It just kind of hangs out. If anything, we're losing just a little bit of fuel economy just because of the extra weight. I don't think it's that big of an issue. I mean, you never know. It might be. But I really don't think it is. Yes. Alright. I really can't think of anything that we need that is going to make it worth stopping before we get to the end of the road. I really don't think there is. We're going to need to grab us a bite to eat soon. I can hit the right button. Yeah, we're hungry. So we'll probably grab us a bite to eat before we drop off to sleep. At that point, we'll probably be thirsty too, so we'll get us a drink of water. We'll have us asleep. Actually, I don't know if we're gonna sleep. We might just drive through the night, which means we'll probably need to stop sometime soon and get some food and water. But I don't know that. Well, I mean, he's pretty hungry and we've lost some health. So we're probably, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and just stop right here really quick. Let's skid to a halt in the middle of the road. Oh wait, we still have... Oh, I see it. Autosave. There we go. No longer hungry. Our health should start climbing back up. We'll get some water. So we should be good very soon. Let's see. Man, our dude's thirsty. There we go. And the sun is down. It is dark. Alright, and we are off. Uh-oh. We left the door open. Oh no. Drove off the road. I can't get to the... Shoot. I don't think I can reach that door. It's okay. I'll tell you what. Let's just go ahead and... We'll pull back onto the road. We'll fix the door and we'll have us a sleep. I think that sounds like a plan. Alright, so let's do this. Actually, I wonder. Yeah, we could have just done that. Meh. Oh well. Break. I think we're still sliding backwards. It looks like we're still sliding. We are. Why are we sliding backwards? That was weird. It does that sometimes. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed. I think I've pointed it out a couple of times. But sometimes it will do that. You come to a complete stop, you put the brake on, and it still just kind of continues to slide. Very strange. Tumbleweed, yeah. Sometimes the bunnies just like to spawn in while you're driving like that. And there's another Van Helsing over there. Not the truck we wanted, unfortunately, but another Van Helsing. So we started at, what I say, 4836. So we should be up to 4876 now. It almost feels unreal, like just how far we've came and how far there still is to go, but just how far we've came. It's crazy. I mean, it seems weird because I've beaten this game a couple of times already, but having you guys with me, hanging out, it's different. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed doing it. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, like kind of what got the whole thing started. It's like this channel was just born out of me and Adam. Like, we had good computers, we enjoyed playing some stuff like this, and we started just kind of recording like random clips, like things that would happen to us in games, cool stuff, funny stuff, bizarre, whatever. And we just kind of started talking. We'd send them back and forth, share them. It's like, you know, it'd be really cool like if we had a place to share this with other people. So, you know, there's like Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, but we thought, like that's not really kind of our thing. So we just kind of kept thinking about it. We're like, well, what about YouTube? You know, let's make a YouTube channel and share the funny, crazy, weird clips of things that happen. And we will just kind of see how it goes. Alright, let's continue. Yet another distraction. So there's been about 4 just in the last, well, we started 45 kilometers ago, so I'm getting about 1 distraction every 10 miles, or kilometers, whatever. Which is another thing. So last time we did exactly 100, but the count in-game went up by more. So one of the two is off. Either this odometer is off, or the statistic counter on the load screen is incorrect. I kind of wonder if they're both quote unquote correct, and maybe, so like the one in the vehicle literally measures you've driven around 100 kilometers, but because I think it was about a 20 kilometer difference somewhere around there. So I wonder if the one in the statistic that says, oh, you've driven 20 kilometers more, if that's measuring distance along the road, right? So by cutting some of that off last time and little bits and bobs here and there, the 100 kilometers that we drove last week actually ended up being 120 because we cut travel on the road, kind of like we're doing right now. Because like, see, we just shaved all that entire curve off to head toward that point, and now the road kind of goes up through there. So we're going to do the same thing and shave some distance off the road. Which we are also about out of fuel. This tank's about empty. Won't be too awful long before it just runs dry, which is fine. I mean, we've obviously got plenty of fuel now. Although we would have 100% run out had we not stopped and gotten some a while back. We 100% would have ran out of gas. Oh, that would have been scary. Especially if we ran out like right here, up a hill, in the middle, like off the road. Trudging all the way back to the road, having to remember where Van Helsing is, or rolling backwards and losing a bunch of progress. Ooh, neither option's great. But that time I left the engine oil cap off, we flipped and lost all the engine oil. I had to backtrack, I think it's a couple of kilometers, to a diner and find some oil. There's the road. Looks like it kind of pitches and goes off that way. Well, I don't know, because I don't see it maintaining direction. And yet another distraction. Oy. I tell you, I don't know if we're actually going to get to 100 kilometers. Oh, jeebus, okay. That was close. Okay, back on the road, running low on fuel. Yeah, it's going to be close to 100 today. I don't know if we're actually going to make it just between everything that's going on, and then I've got a prior engagement. So I don't know if I'm actually going to stay on the road, Devil Road, if I'm actually going to make it to 100 before I have to stop or not. Although if I don't, we might make this a two-parter where I come back at a second sitting and try to knock out the remainder. But I've got about 20 minutes right now. Yeah, I've got about 20 minutes, I think. Maybe 25 if I really push it. Which should about get us there. I mean, I think normally non-stop, it's about 45 minutes for 100 kilometers. Which, if it tells you anything, my OBS recording right now says 45 minutes. And we've only went 56 kilometers. So that tells you how many distractions I've had. It's crazy. But, so that's 45 minutes, so say about 22 and a half for 50, so it'll be close, me running out of time. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get there. Ooh. But we are going to, two rocks in the road, okay. But we are going to run out of fuel before that happens, I do believe. If we don't, it's going to be extremely close. If we were on a perfect straight stretch, I would about line the van up, hop in the passenger seat, and lean out to check the... Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. Okay. Okay, we're good. I don't know what happened. We just lost a ton of speed. Something smacked the window back there. Oh, hey, is that visor? that I thought we had lost. Cool. Okay. Well, that was weird. But, yeah, I'd about just lean out and see how much fuel we have. It's really not worth it, though. Okay, we're gonna cut through the desert here. I don't know if it's the best of ideas, because we're going downhill and off-road. We're gonna find out. We're getting a lot of speed, though. This is what it's about. Oh. So, like, they have one of the mods that everybody talks about is, like, they call it Hyperzine. That's it, Hyperzine. I guess it's like gas, but it's hyper. Makes your car go a lot quicker. I don't know that that's something I would really want in this game. Because, I mean, going downhill with the speedometer buried, it gets pretty hairy. Now, if I'm just doing a quick speed run, I'm not caring too much about having all my doors and headlights and panels and crap, then yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. That might work. But, whew, going uphill would be nice. It'd be nice to have a button like a turbo, where it can be like, oh, yada yada yada, going uphill at like 12 miles an hour, and then kicking like a turbo or a boost or something. It'd be nice. So there's a ship right ahead, but we don't need it, right? We've got fuel. I mean, we're about to run out. Just what's in the tank. We have the barrel, the gas tank up front, and the jerry cans. But I think we've got enough. Yeah, we've got enough. We'll be fine. 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 So, yeah, we're not gonna stop. Not gonna worry about that one. I do think we're gonna stay on the road right here, though, because going uphill, I feel like it'll be faster to stay on the road and follow the curve than to lose speed in the dirt or sand, whatever that's supposed to be, and shave just a tiny bit off. Although hopefully we do not run out of fuel right here. Running out going up this hill would suck. Oh no. Okay, it looks like it's gonna level out. I hope it levels out. Come on. Level out, you gorgeous. There we go. Oh my, oh my. So, of course, like I said last week, I've been watching through Christmas movies and whatnot. I think tonight, so my girlfriend and I started a new tradition. We started it last year. So this year we're recreating it to make it a tradition where we make... So last year we went to Wingstop. I moved, I don't have a Wingstop close now. So we went to Wingstop, got a bunch of chicken nuggets, well, boneless wings as they call them, which, let's be honest, boneless wings are chicken nuggets for adults who don't want to say they're eating chicken nuggets. That's all they are. I'm sticking to it. You will not change my mind. Anyway, so I did that. We got Wingstop. We got a big old thing of ranch, and we watched some horrible, like Hallmark holiday Christmas movie. You know the ones. Everybody memes on them all the time, where it's like, person moves to small town and finds true love right before Christmas in like 2 days, and then they have to leave to go back to big city, but realize that small town living's for them with the love of their life. That's exactly what it was. Dude was like a radio DJ, said something controversial, I don't know, got fired and kicked to a sister station out in the middle of nowhere, meets a woman, falls in love in like 48 hours, who works at like the radio station down there. He goes back to Los Angeles, decides I'd rather be with her, goes back, happily ever after nonsense. You know how it goes. So, we found another one of those to watch tonight. So we're going to make a big old thing of chicken nuggets. This year we're just making them, like I said, we don't have Wingstop or anything close, so we can just go get them and then still be good. So we just got a thing of chicken nuggets and some fries. We're going to make those nice and crispy and hot. Made some homemade ranch. It's in the fridge. And we're just going to chill and watch that movie and have us a good old time. So I think it's going to be a good evening. Then, of course, like I said, Christmas in just a couple of days. Jeez. I just got the crap scared out of me when the cats behind me sneezed. Jeez. But yeah, Christmas is almost here. I've got a bunch of stuff under the tree for everybody. Oh, it's gonna be good. I love giving people presents, like Christmas presents. I don't know what, well, presents in general. Like, I'm very much a gift giver. Like, if I see something that reminds me of somebody, or, you know, like it's a birthday, a holiday, whatever, like, I love just finding the perfect present for somebody that I know they're really gonna enjoy. And just getting to see them open it and be excited. So it's always a bummer, like when you think you found the perfect gift for somebody and they just don't react the way you expect them to. Like they just don't like it as much as you thought they would. That's always a bit of a letdown, but yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, got a bunch of presents under the tree. I'm excited for people to get to open those over the next few days. Thought that car's pulling up my driveway, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So, like I said, guys, Merry Christmas to you and yours. I hope you and your family have a wonderful holiday season. If you are a Christmas celebrator, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Solstice, if you're into that kind of thing. If you're into none of that, Happy New Year's. I should speak to you all again before then with what, like I said, should be, in theory, the final episode of Season 1 of The Long Drive, getting us to the end of the road. Ooh. So yeah, that's going to be great. I'm really excited. I know I've been talking about it, like I said earlier today, for quite a few episodes. Yeah, I'm excited just to get to the end, to see it with you guys, to know that we made it and we did it together. This is going to be really nice. And then I will probably take a little bit of a hiatus from the game for a little while until we do return and start on the return trip. So I would say what will happen. So this episode's aiming for 100 kilometers. That should, like I said, put us within 50 to 100 of the end. So from there, we will probably just drive until we get to the end of the road. The only exception to that being, like, if we hit over 100. So, like, if we hit 100 kilometers next week and we still haven't reached the end, I'll probably go ahead and call it, just because 100 kilometers is really the upper end of time. Because, oh no, we just ran out of gas. We're out of gas. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and screen to a stop right here. Let's have us asleep. We'll refill first thing in the morning. Shoo. Alright, so let's go ahead and open the door. So yeah, I think we're going to do it out of... Oh, come on, autosave. Come on. Probably going to do it out of this. That's almost a full tank of gas. That'll be enough to get us most of the way to the end of the road. So what I was saying, though, is 100 kilometers is 45, 50 minutes if we don't stop. That really, in my opinion, is pushing the upper limits of what a video should be. I mean, of course, if you're doing like a 3-hour speed run of something, if you're doing, you know, something like that, I get it. Do it straight through. Don't put it up in 12 parts. But I think for us, the way we do things, I think that kind of pushes the upper limits of not just what you all would want to watch, but also part of that is just me running out of things to monologue about. 45, 50 minutes really kind of starts pushing the end of, oh, Logan's been rambling on about various things for an hour. How much more can he do? And I'm sure at that point, you know, you guys are getting tired of it. Alright, so barrel is empty. Van Helsing has fuel. I closed the door. Let's go. Yeah, that was an okay place to run out of fuel. Could have been better, could have been worse. But it's fine. We got a mostly full tank of fuel. We want to try to cover about 20 more kilometers. I don't know if we'll get there or not. I'm really running out of time. But yeah, so the plan I think will be try to finish up the 20 kilometers right now. That'll get us to 200. From there, next week, we will do the end of the road or 100 kilometers, whichever comes first. I'm thinking it'll be the end of the road, honestly, simply because I can't see it going that much further beyond where we already are. So it'll be either the end of the road or 100 kilometers, whichever comes first. If we reach the end of the road, we'll celebrate, we'll have us a good time, and then we will probably stop right there, and that'll be the end of season 1. Because the season's just going to end with us getting to the end of the road. Close to 90 episodes later, somewhere around there. So yeah, we'll just kind of call it there. That'll be the end of season 1. If we don't make it in those 100 kilometers, then what I'm going to do is just call it at 100. From there, we'll pick it up the week after, and same thing, go until we reach the end of the road or 100 kilometers, whichever comes first. So I'm really trying to hold my cool because we just ran off the road going really fast. Okay. Because we had the needle buried and I just ran right off the edge of the road. There was nothing I could do. So I said, alright, well, this can go really badly. But I just I let off the gas, would tap the brakes here and there to slow us down some, and it kind of worked out. Whew. So, but yeah, hopefully next week is it. That kind of finishes it up. If not, like I said, it'll be end of the road or 100 kilometers, whichever comes first. Whenever we hit it, whether that's 99 kilometers and 43 minutes in, or 5 minutes and 1 kilometer in. That's what we're going to call it. We'll have this little celebration, and that will be it for season 1, guys. From there, I'll probably take a little bit of a hiatus through the new year, and from there, come back, start with season 2, which will be the return trip. Hopefully, I'll be able to do more of these 100 kilometer stints that get us through it a lot quicker. But even so, 100 kilometers, not missing any weeks, we're still looking at like a year to do that, right? So it's gonna be a challenge. Now, of course, I've said it before. I've tried to do like twice a week uploads, where I would do like Saturday and Wednesday. So doing that, we could cut it down in half if I could do daily uploads. And 100 kilometers each day, we could probably get through the whole thing in under a couple of months. But it's really not feasible for me. There's too much other stuff going on that it just unfortunately does not work out for me to be able. Sorry, I just heard some weird scratching sound. But yeah, my schedule does not permit me to do really multiple uploads a week. I wish I could. I wish I could do 100 kilometers of this game every single day for you guys, but it's not feasible. But I also feel like an hour video every single day, you guys would get really bored of it really quick. So that's kind of why I like the weekly upload schedule. I feel like it feels like I've got something to look forward to. I can listen to, while I'm going to bed, while I'm doing something else, while I'm driving to work, whatever. And then that's it. You have a week to do everything else that you need to do in life without having to worry like, oh man, am I staying caught up? Like, did I miss a week or an episode? What happened in that episode that I missed? Things like that. So I feel like once a week is good for that. It just means we spend a lot more time on the series. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, I mean, it's been a year and a half, 2.5 years, whatever. And it's fine. It's been mucho enjoyable. I honestly, I don't know the Spanish word for enjoyable. I can just say me gusta. I like the drive. Me gusta the drive. But anyway. Oh, so we are closing in. I think I am going to be able to hit 200. And we've lost some speed because we're going up a lot of hills. So I'm going to have to... come on, we can do it. Although really, assuming what I said earlier was right, we probably actually already hit 100 on the outside thing. But I would like it to read an even 200 on the odometer before we quit. We picked up a little extra speed, so we only got 5.5 kilometers. So let's try to knock this out really quick, guys. I think we can do it. And then, man, next week, that should be it. That should be the end of the long drive right after Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year. Man, I'm really looking forward to it, guys. I'm just really excited. I think it's been a really fun ride. And, of course, I don't want it to end. But everything has to end. And I think we're going to go out on a high note. You know, we made a lot of friends. Oh, geez. We've discovered a lot of things about the game. We've played with a lot of new vehicles. Oh, geez, we're going really fast. We've discovered how much we like Christine and Van Helsing. The truck is still great, but it's not Christine or Van Helsing. Oh, no. Please don't spawn something in. Oh, geez. Okay, we're okay. We're not okay. We're not okay. We're not okay. And whoa. We're okay. Wow. Jeez, that was awesome. Holy cow. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, if I'd slammed on the brakes, we would have just spun out. It would have been bad. The bus spawns in, we thread that needle, rocks pop up, we're bouncing. Oh, what a way to end this episode. Holy cow. What a flippin' way to end this episode, guys. Sheesh. Wow. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start the outro, guys. So, as always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. We are skidding into 200 kilometers. So, in theory, we have less than 100 to go. Somewhere between 50 and 100. So, guys, I appreciate you so much. As always, I am Logan. This is The Long Drive. And I will catch you in what is probably the last episode for this season. And I will catch you next time.